Hi, I'm Tracy from Cheese Needs, and I'm here today with Lisa Peterson from Cheese52, and we are going to have a chat with cheese. Hi Lisa, thank you for inviting me to your home and so graciously looking after me these last couple of days. It's been a cheesy journey of discovery.
I agree, and it's so great to have you, Tracy, to my home, and welcome.
And the set of Cheese52.
And the set of Cheese52.
So you may know Lisa from her YouTube channel, Cheese52. She's also one of the experts on Learn to Make Cheese, which is the largest cheese making Facebook group in the world, of which I'm a lead admin. So today we have several different types of cheese. We've got some bloomies, we've got a blue, we've got Cypress Grove Humboldt Fog over here. We've got Marin French Petite Cream. We have got Beamster Goat. We have got Cowbell Creamery Mount Tam. This one's been on my bucket list for ages. Cannot wait to try this. We have some Squeaky Curds from Beeches. And we have a Sergeant Pepper from Cypress Grove. This one's off limits to me because it's got garlic in it, but Lisa will be trying that one.
I'm looking forward to it.
Okay.
All of these cheeses were purchased here locally, and many of them I've never tried. And it was a fun adventure to buy them all.
And many of them I've never tried because you can't buy this cheese where I come from. Oh, I forgot the blue at the end, Santa Gura. This is my favorite, and I'm introducing Lisa to it. Okay, so this is the softest cheese, but it's spiced. So that isn't where we would start on this board. I would suggest Mount Tam because it's rapidly losing structural integrity. I've had these out for long enough so that they are at the room temperature so that they will taste right. So do you want to dive in with the Mount Tam?
I do, let's do it.
Go for it.
And they're already all cut up in wonderful pieces. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I was not kidding about the structural integrity.
Amazing. Okay, here we go.
Wow.
Already? I may have a new favorite cheese.
So this is organic cow's milk cheese, and
it's a bloomy rind, and I enjoy bloomy rinds. I don't know how to make them, but I enjoy tasting them. And this is very creamy and smooth. And the I would say the rind to paste ratio is spot on. Delicious.
it's a little higher than you would normally expect for a brie, but I'm getting pure, like brie de Meaux flavors, mushroomy, earthy. The outside of the rind is it's mostly flat, but there are some crenulations around the side, so you can kind of see their microbial process that they've used. Oh, that is so creamy. That is so creamy.
And that rind provides excellent texture. It's delicious.
But there's no way you'd be able to pick it up otherwise. You'd need a spoon.
No. Which I'd be good with.
Okay, since we're in the bloomy rinds area, let's try the Marin French Petite Cream after you.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to the differences.
The smell is very different.
Way different. Definitely not the same cheese. I noticed you took a bite of it, I just popped the whole thing in my mouth.
Well, I knew I had to speak. Kind of important. One of us can speak.
I'm just gonna eat the cheese.
You go for it, go. Okay, so pasteurized cultured cow's milk, pasteurized cream. Again, there was cream in the Mount Tam, so there is cream in this. Salt and microbial enzymes, so this is vegetarian.
It's amazing to me how two similar cheeses can taste completely different. They come from different creameries. They use the same ingredients, but these two bloomies are night and day difference when it comes to taste.
And texture as well. This is, I cut both of these at the same time, although this is slightly smaller. It's just the firmness. It's
much firmer.
Much firmer. It's possible this might be a stabilized paste, maybe. because this is oozy and unctuous and gooey, and this is still firm, and you know, it's got some
rigidity.
That's the word I was
Yeah.
looking for.
I will also say it has less of a mushroom taste than the Mount Tam, and I wouldn't say that's better or worse, just different.
This is more accessible for your average person,
I agree.
like a foodie, a cheesy, a curd nerd. This is where you want to be. Mount Tam is fabulous, but this, I could serve this to my mum and she wouldn't be offended by the flavours. If I gave this to my mum, she might be a little bit,
Put off
that's a
with it.
bit strong,
Yeah,
because she doesn't have that flavour profile palette.
it's
Okay.
good. I like it.
That is good. Okay. Next, I think you probably should try the, is this Cypress Grove? Yeah, Cypress Grove Sergeant Pepper.
Is it cow? It's goat cheese.
Yes.
I have a I have a confession to make. Oh, Tracy, I haven't met a goat cheese I really like.
You know I keep goats.
Oh my
So you
goodness.
don't like goat cheese? Okay, well there's a goat cheese here, and
I think, is this one goat?
this is a goat cheese
Okay.
as well.
But it's a Gouda, so I have hope. All right, so, but I will say this goat cheese does have other things in it. It has Chili's curry, that's interesting, and some other flavors. So it may be,
This may be
a
the one that
good
convinces
gateway.
you.
I'm gonna try. So I'm gonna try it a little differently because I don't have a cracker and it is a smooth paste. I'm just gonna take it right from the knife. It's not sharp, I promise. Okay. It tastes like goat cheese with spices in it. I'm sorry. I'm sure if you like goat cheese, it's going to be amazing. You'll say, well, what's happening right now is all those spices are coming to life. Now that's interesting. I like that. But there is a distinct tangy goat flavor that is not yet for me, and I am sorry. While I appreciate this cheese, and anyone I think that loves goat cheese will really like this because the spices are pretty incredible. They're fantastic. But I still taste the goat.
Okay, so this one we're going to put back in the fridge for your husband.
Yes, he'll enjoy it.
Okay, have a squeaky curd. As a Canadian born, I
Yes.
know that these are your wheelhouse.
For sure, because I was born and raised on poutine, of course. I grew up in Southern Ontario, so one of the things I love to do is go to that fast food chain, Harvey's. You know, it may not be for you, but it sure is for me. And every time I go over the border, I need to have a Harvey's and a poutine. It's a nice reprieve after this.
Wait till I tell you these are goat. No, I'm kidding, they're not goat. But they are snackable.
Mhm.
These are beaches. They pack them in there. They really do pack them in there.
Excellent flavor. They're not squeaking anymore, of course, because they have been refrigerated. And once they're refrigerated, they do lose their squeak. But
And I bought them 2 days ago.
sure,
So that would affect the
Yep.
squeak factor also.
both. But they're delicious. They're what I know to be excellent squeaky cheese curds without the squeak today. And it also, I think what it did is cleansed my palate because I recognized I'm back to the goat cheeses. So here we go.
I would just sit in front of the TV and shove that entire thing into my face.
It's good.
So are you ready for the Gouda?
Yes, I'm ready.
I'm pronouncing it Gouda because Lisa comes, her family come from
From Holland.
Holland.
Yes.
This is Gouda in America and Canada, and Gouda in the UK. So this is a goat Gouda. Humanely raised goats, it does make a point of saying. So that's nice. Microbial rennet, so this is vegetarian also.
Great. Thank you.
Smells good.
Tastes good.
Snaps good. Did we find it?
We may have found it.
Just wait.
The texture is chowder. Absolutely. And by the way, a perfectly smooth paste. This is envious for any home cheesemaker. Look at that.
Mm.
That is just a delightfully put together paste.
It's Beamster, they know what they're doing.
Yeah. So it doesn't taste like cow cheese, and it shouldn't, because it's made with goat's milk. And I will have to say that I would have another piece of this.
I'm not getting lipase from that. Do you taste the lipase?
No, which is why I'm probably pretty happy about it.
I think the lipase is a feature of goat's cheeses. And when you're eating Chev, it's supposed to taste like Chev. It's supposed to taste lipasey. So it's okay if you milk those goats and freeze that milk, because you're bursting those long chain fatty acids in the goat milk, and that releases more of the lipase. But that's generally why you wouldn't freeze goat milk if you want to make a cheese other than Chev or something that's supposed to be goaty. I think that that is very mild, and I would struggle to know that that was a goat cheese if I hadn't seen it on the label.
I would know it's goat because I really only enjoy, for the most part, cow cheese. But I will say it may be my gateway cheese, because I would have more of this, and I'm going to do that right now. And I am surprised and frankly delighted that it happened in a howdah. It's really good.
It's kind of a circle, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You know, your roots, your nemesis. It's
All
good.
coming together.
It's good, yeah, that this is the cheese that's bringing you over to the goat side.
All right, you convinced me.
We'll never mention that one again, but this one's a winner.
I'll buy this. Definitely.
Mm. So how far are we going to be able to push this then? Because the Cypress Grove Humboldt Fog at the back here, I've never tried a Humboldt Fog before. Let me just double check.
It has the signature ash line in the middle, and it's also dusted with ash around the rind.
And it does contain goat milk.
Here we go.
This is
Do it.
Cypress Grove, after you.
Thank you. What's gooey?
It's gooey. Yeah, I couldn't get a whole slice. It's
sure,
just,
with
it
the
broke
ash.
up.
So I'm a bit dubious because I can smell it.
Take a small piece.
So I'm going to take a smaller piece because I don't want to eject it on camera.
It smells goaty. Does it taste goaty?
Tastes goaty. Oh man.
Mmm.
I'm going to have to work on this one. Although I will say, less goaty than the Sgt. Pepper.
I am getting fruit, warm bread,
Oh. Not
creamy.
me.
It sticks to your teeth. It's creamy. The mouthfeel on that is just sensuous. It's
Yes, the mouthfeel is wonderful, but it tastes like goat. Sorry.
Okay, no, that's fine. We're all trying new things. As I said, I tried the marin with truffles in it the other day, and it wasn't for me, and that's okay. There's 4,200 different types of cheese. This is why we're having a tasting, so we can see if we like the thing before we commit to that's going on my I'm buying this cheese every time I see it list, or not for me. That's okay. That's all perfectly fine. Put cheese curds into it. That will be fine. Perfect palate cleanser. Thank you, Beaches. Good curds.
Yes.
All right, now we're going for Saint Agur. Now, if I was pressed, my favourite cheese in the world for the last probably year is Le Gruyere AOP. My second favourite cheese in the world, and this is a new development, until about a year and a half ago I would not eat blue cheese because that's mouldy. And then I met with Afrin Pristine at Cheese Boutique in Toronto. He is a maître fromager, a master in cheese. And what that man doesn't know about cheese, you could put on the back of a postage stamp. He's passionate about cheese. And when I was visiting him, he gave me a bunch of cheeses and included amongst them a Saint Elizabeth, which is a very mild blue cheese. I believe it's from Quebec. And I'd never tried blue cheese up until that point, except for one instance when I was very young, where apparently my mother gave me some Stilton and I spat it out and stamped on it. She likes to tell this story. So blue cheese was not for me until a year and a half ago. When Afrin Pristine tells you that you should try this cheese, the man knows what he's talking about. So I tried the cheese and I loved it. If you would like to see the reaction to that first blue cheese, it is on my YouTube channel. Dive in.
All right, this cheese is new to me, so I'm excited. And I do like several blue cheeses. Ooh.
So the reason I bring up Le Gruyere AOP is because that's my favourite cheese. This, easily my second favourite cheese. And if Saint Agur are ever willing to let me take a tour of their facility, it's probably going to end up being my favourite cheese. So it's not just Penicillium roquefortii in there. There is a green-blue tinge to this mould. I have tried, I think it might be Penicillium glaucum. I have tried to find that commercially available. It isn't. I've tried to find it wholesale available. It isn't. Anybody who's got a line on that, hit me up. The only time I've ever tried to actually emulate Saint Agur cheese, I had to use a piece of Saint Agur cheese and then mother culture from that, and that isn't really an ideal way of doing things. Look at that.
This cheese melts in your mouth like butter. The texture is like butter. And then the blues come in and just, they don't overpower. They meld in with the rest of the cheese. It is delightful. I love this cheese.
Told you.
It's wonderful.
Isn't this fabulous?
Yes.
I originally found this at Les Amis de Fromage in Vancouver. And I accidentally paired this with pink grapefruit when I visited Mike Mueller at the Cheese Pusherman Roadhouse, which is now sadly no longer there. Mike is now doing the Almonte Bistro on the other side of the country.
In Ontario, where I'm from.
It's a little extreme to get away from me and my cheese tasting, but okay, Mike. There's a slight crunch as well.
There is, that's true.
You get these little capsules of blue throughout the paste, and the paste is fudgy and unctuous and creamy, very Moorish. And now I'm covered in it, and this is a delightful place to be.
Wonderful. And a good way to end. This was the appropriate cheese to end with.
So on a cheese board, you always want the strongest thing at the end. So there you have it. Lisa doesn't like goat cheese. This is the revelation. Which is the winner on here? Which is your favorite?
Okay, that's a good question.
Because I'm having more of this.
I would say it would be a tie today between this one, the first one we tried, the Mount Ham, and my new favorite blue cheese, the Saint Agur. So these, to me, these two come in for first place. And then I'm going to have to say, I'm going in for second place with the Goat Gouda, because it's my gateway to trying to enjoy more goat cheeses. So I'll be expanding my palate by purchasing this cheese, and that way, and then I'll purchase some other goat cheeses behind it so that I can segue my way in to appreciating those lipase, tangy flavors. How about for you?
Yeah. Saint Agur remains my favorite, my champion. The Mount Ham That's exceptional. That is really, really good. Now imagine you live in a town where you can't buy any of these. I feel like I may be exaggerating slightly there, but you certainly can't get Cowboy Creamery, Beamsters. You can get Beamsters there, but not goat Beamsters. Never seen Cypress Grove. Santa Gur only comes in over Christmas, and they give you a really, really small amount for a really high dollar value. And cheese curds, you can get those where I'm from, but you would not get an individual sized brie. Both of these are definitely brie style because they have cream in them. You can always tell when you're looking at the labels on the back of these cheeses, because if it's got cream in, it's generally a brie style cheese. If it doesn't have cream in, it's generally a camembert style cheese. That's the main difference. So when I was teaching Lisa how to make camembert cheese, we don't put cream in that. We just use milk. Although we did use exceptionally good milk.
We did, with pretty high cream fat content. The owner of the creamery was telling us yesterday that it was around about 4%. So delicious.
And that would be Cloverleaf Creamery. Hi, Bill. Hey, Bill. Okay, so that was interesting.
It was enlightening
and surprising
and entertaining. That was fun.
Hopefully.
Thank you for including me in this. It
No
was
problem.
just delightful.
Anytime I can bring cheese to somebody who loves cheese and we can talk about the experience, that is Chat with Cheese. I'm Tracy Johnson, this is Lisa Peterson, and thank you for watching.